What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing something a little different today. I had a couple of requests to review one of my e-bikes, which is the Lectric XP 2.0. This video is a little overdue, but I figure since there's been a cancellation of group rides here on the West Coast, especially in Southern California due to Hurricane Hillary, I'd go ahead and make this video. Yeah, so this is my first e-bike that I had purchased to go out on the group rides with LAE Skate. After purchasing it, I realized, hey, most of the group rides, the stock version wouldn't be able to keep up. So I looked at a couple of videos for specific e-bikes, as far as mods we can do to them to make them faster. I ran across a couple of videos. One of them is Urban Grizzly's video, where he did the front wheel mod, as well as Randy Rides. They did the front wheel mods on their Lectric XPs. However, the only difference between the mods that they did and mine was that this is the 2.0 version, which comes with the 3-inch tire instead of the 4-inch. So that required me to do a little more work as far as upgrading this bike. The XP with the 4-inch tire comes with an opportunity to mod as far as some plug and play options. This bike right here, there's not a whole lot online that you can find to have some plug and play options. So what I ended up doing is finding a motor for the front mod that would fit, because the XP 2.0 has a 100mm dropout. So I had to find a motor that would fit this dropout. Once I found that, the option came, and it was a skinnier rim that originally came with the bike. So what I ended up doing is lacing this wheel myself back into the stock rim. Same thing with the back, with the 3000 watt motor. I had to lace that myself once I bought it, because the original motor came with a rim that was a 4-inch size. So initially the mod included the front hub motor, and I was still running the stock on the back. And so I bought this 58 tooth crankcase, so that way when I was hitting speeds up to 30 miles an hour, I would still be able to pedal and feel some resistance instead of just ghost pedaling. So that 58 tooth helped with that. However, now that it's upgraded to a 3000 watt hub motor on the back, there's essentially really no use for pedaling, unless I just want to put it in, unless I just run the bike in pedal assist mode without using the throttles. So this bike is running two separate controllers. There's a controller right here. That's a 72 volt controller that controls the front hub motor. I can run both 60 volt and a 72 volt on the front, all the way down to a 48 volt. So between 48 and 72 volts, this controller can handle. Same thing with the rear controller, which is located in this pannier bag right here. Also for the brakes, since the bike is upgraded, the bike will get up to about 47-48 miles an hour, depending on your weight. For me, I'm able to get it up to about 47-48. If a lighter person was riding it, like someone that's 150 pounds, this bike will get over 50 miles an hour. I'm pretty heavy. I'm well over 220 pounds. So a lighter person would definitely be able to get this bike up over 50 miles an hour. So with the rear battery and the battery case, once this is mounted onto the bike, I usually use these bungee cords to strap on the bike, and this secures the battery case on the group rides when we're riding out. Alright, so this is the bag that I use to carry the battery setup. I got this from Walmart. I also keep a couple of spare items in here, such as this Huffy quick change tire inner tube set. This here is a really quick solution to repairing flats when you're out there on the road. You don't have to worry about patching anything up. You can just go ahead and cut the old tube off, install this one, without removing a rim to get you back on the road as a temporary fix until you get back home. Here, this is the battery. This battery controls the front motor. It's a 72 volt battery and it's a 20 amp hour battery. All right, so the other battery, which sits under this one, this here is a 72 volt battery, and this one's a 40 amp hour battery. This one I usually connect to the rear motor because the rear motor is the one that usually does most of the work. I'm also running this on the stock throttle as well as thumb throttle, so I have the option to go between the stock and the thumb throttle. Although both motors are running on separate batteries and separate controllers, the controller for the throttle, I'm running them parallel, so that way the twist throttle as well as the thumb throttle controls both motors. So I've been running it like that for well over a year now, never had any issues with it. So yeah, thumb throttle or twist throttle will control both motors. If I don't want to run both motors, I can always turn the front motor off. I can just use either controller. I can just turn the front motor on or turn it off, or up here turn the back motor on and keep it off. This here is a stock throttle. And this here is the thumb throttle. So the one thing I do like about this bike is the range. Running both the 72 volt 40 amp hour for the rear and the 72 volt 20 amp hour for the front, I've been able to get over 48 miles on this with one charge. Still had enough battery left, so I'm pretty sure it could have got close to 60 miles on one charge. This is great because on the group rides, I don't have to worry about range anxiety or scuffling around when we get to the halfway point to find a charging spot. This setup allows me to go over 50 miles in one charge. Most of the group rides are between 25 and 30 miles. Those are for our longer group rides and the speed rides. The shorter rides, the cruise rides, are usually 10 to 15 miles. So this bike, I can take it on any group ride, minus anything off-road. And so another mod I have is a motorcycle headlight switch, which I got this off of Amazon for about 11 or 12 bucks. It's great because it allows me to have most of the controls in one small area. I have the headlight switch up here and the turn signals, and also have the horn. And that's important because when you're riding on these group rides, it allows other drivers that are out there when you're on the road to hear you, because most of the time they don't see you. I also put a set of fully hydraulic brakes on here, and that's to allow me to have better stopping power when I'm out there on the group rides, especially at the speeds that we usually cruise at, between 20 and 30 miles an hour. You want to be able to have confidence in your stopping ability. The other upgrade, which was one of the most important upgrades for me, was the seat. The stock seat just isn't that comfortable, especially after riding on here for about 30 or 40 minutes. You really start to shift around on that stock seat. This seat, I got it off of Amazon. Really comfortable. It's pretty wide for a big person like me, so I really like the seat. Another thing I like about this bike compared to my Surron and my Talaria Triple X is that this bike, I can ride it almost anywhere without having to worry about law enforcement. As most of you guys already know, a lot of places, especially like in Orange County, they've been cracking down on Surrons and Talarias. And so I don't have to worry about having this thing registered. I can take it out on the road and enjoy a ride on the road and still get some decent speeds on this bike. Yeah, so with that being said, as far as top speed, I have a couple of video clips from a few group rides that you guys can check out right here. But yeah, so that's it right there. If you have any questions, leave your comments down below. I'll try to answer them as much as I can. But yeah, this is the Lectric XP. I call it my Lectric XP Performance because you have the Lectric Expedition as well as the Lectric XP and Lectric XP 3.0. So because of the mods, this is more of a performance bike in electric category. Hopefully we'll see something similar in the future with Lectric coming out with something that can hit those speeds like 30 and 40 miles an hour, similar to the Aero Rider Grizzly, because I think there is a market for it, especially folks in this community that like to ride bikes that can go on any group ride. One of the most important things is being able to keep up and not being left behind. So something like an aerial rider that has dual batteries with range, you don't have to worry about getting left behind. That bike can keep up. All right, YouTube family, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.